The first price you put for any product is never going to be the right price. In fact, it takes a lot of refining and split testing to really find the offer structure that will convert at the highest level. And in fact, when you look at some of the biggest brands like Fabletics, for instance, the reason why they've been able to scale, a large part of it is that they promote heavily their 2 for $24 shorts offer. Every single ad, all their banners mention their offers more than the actual fabric or their products. And if they had a vanilla offer like buy one for $24 and it's maybe 30 or 40% off, that would never convert as well as the 2 for $24 shorts. They really found the offer that works the best. And that's the same approach you have to have whenever you're testing a product. You can't just say, well, it's a good product, I think this price is fair. No, you have to be testing, because the reality is it can't be a fair price. It has to be they are getting more value for what they are paying for, which is why you have to be testing things. So your customer has to feel like they're getting more value than what they're paying for. Otherwise, they're not going to buy your product. So that's where you have to be split testing different price points, different offer structures, and we're going to talk about all of that in this video. Now, if you were selling these winter leggings that on Amazon go for around $30 to $35, that is the perceived value, and your supplier says, hey, we can get these for about $9.50, what is the offer that you would do to try to entice people to buy from you compared to Amazon? Now, what most people tend to do is that they'll price it at, let's say, $32.99, and to try to get people to buy, they'll have a fake sale where the comparative price is $64.99, so it's 50% off. Now, while that might work, I think that's a pretty vanilla standard offer that people are used to, and they're just going to scroll right by that. Now, you could try maybe raising the comparative price to a 70% off deal while being $32.99. You could try the price at $29.99. There has to be some sort of equilibrium where you will figure out what price works the best, but you just don't want to make the mistake of, all right, it's $32.99, 50% off, and that is the only offer we will ever do. But when I look at this chart right here and I see that, okay, if I get 2 of these leggings for $15, what if I do a deal where you can get 2 of these leggings for $35 instead of buy one at $32? Now, while I could do the offer of 50% off, buy one for $32, and for that I make about $22 in profit, the other offer, which I believe is so much more enticing, the $35 and buy 2, I make $20, which isn't a big difference, but the perceived value of getting 2 leggings over one and only paying an extra $3 is so much more enticing than that first offer. And that's where a customer will think to themselves, okay, I'm giving $35, but I'm getting 2 leggings back. That's a good deal. I am getting more money than I am exchanging to them. And that is the feeling you need to have to create an irresistible offer. And you might even do something where it's buy 3 for $45. That could be another offer. And again, you still make $24 if you have the right supplier and margins. So you should be able to play around and try to avoid doing these vanilla 50% off, and it's just you raising the comparative price, because that doesn't actually increase the perceived value of the offer, because people just know intrinsically, yeah, these leggings are not worth $65. So that's where I would say you can compete with Amazon even if you are a small brand, just by having the right bundle offer, because on Amazon you can't really do bundles. I mean, maybe occasionally, but in most cases, if I were to buy 2 of these leggings, so okay, one at $33, maybe that's a decent deal, but if I want 2 for $66, that's not a great deal. So if I had that offer on my brand where you can get 2 of these leggings for $35 and I still make $20 profit, that is such a much better offer than Amazon that people will want to buy from you instead of them. And another reality is with Amazon, you could see your product on there for $15 to $20, but you could sell it for $30 to $40 if you build a brand around it. Because a lot of people say, well, why would I buy from your brand when I can buy from Amazon? Well, why does someone buy from Supreme their $400 t-shirts when I can buy the same t-shirt with the same material for $20? It's just branding. Now, where it gets interesting is you might do the buy 2 for $35 and it's obviously converting well, or it might need to still be tweaked around. So you might have to do an offer of buy 2 for $30 or buy 2 for $40. That's where you still have to play around, even if you have a good offer structure, because again, the first offer you test is never going to be the perfect offer. So you need to know, how do I split test buy 2 for $35 versus buy 2 for $45? Because if you still have the same conversion rate on both offers and you're making $10 more on offer B, then yes, it makes sense to then just go with offer B. Now, as an e-commerce brand owner, it is your job to find out what offer, what price is going to work the best for your product. And I would say the best way of doing that is through a redirect test on Google Optimize. So if you set up Google Analytics on your store, you can easily set up a redirect test, which, as you can see right here, is where you would split test 2 different URLs. So let's say this is my original product page where I'm pricing my product at $34.99 and the compare at is $114, which I know it's kind of crazy, but once we click create, that will be the original page that we test. And then we can also split test sending 50% of our traffic from the original page to this new page, which could be exactly identical. It literally could just be duplicated, and the only thing you change is, okay, instead of 34, let's try $30.99. So what you would do is click on add variant, then redirect to a single page just like this, click on done, and then 50% of our traffic that was supposed to go to our original landing page will still go to that original landing page, but then another 50% will go to that second landing page with a different offer. So if in all of your ads, this is your original landing page, then what Google will do is it will segment that traffic and send 50% to product page A versus product page B so that you can evaluate which one actually delivers the best revenue. So once you're done, you would just scroll on down to objectives, go to choose from list, and then you would do purchase revenue. So you want the one that gives you the most revenue per user. So now let's do it for another product. So for this instance, we are selling this shower head. Now, when I am coming up with my first offer for any product, I like to figure out what is the average price this product is being sold for online. And it could be on Amazon, it could be just on general brands that are selling this. So we're on Amazon right now, and I can see this listing is for $34.99, but I'm using the tool Jungle Scout, and basically what it can do is it can filter by all the shower head listings and see what the average price is. And as you can see, the average price is about $38, so you might want to do anything between $35 to $40 for the initial price. But another way of doing the research is going onto Google, looking up the keywords of your product, so shower head filter, and then again, trying to get the feel of as to what the average is among these different listings. So we got 25, we got 36, 45, 66. There's a lot of different offers, so I would say definitely the general consensus is about $30 to $45. So now that we know the perceived value and our supplier has quoted this at $11, what should be a good offer for us to do? And I would say, is this something that people can buy more than one of? And a shower head filter, yes, most people have multiple bathrooms, so they have multiple shower heads that they can replace. So this is 100% something we can do, buy one, get one free, buy one, get two free, something along those lines that is enticing. Now, after checking with my supplier, if I was to buy two of these, it wouldn't be $11, it would be about $15 to $16. So I would say a great first offer could be buy one, get one free, and then you start the offer at $36.99. Or you can word it as buy two for $36. So again, it could be just the wording of the way that you do the offer, even though it's essentially the same thing. Buy one, get one free is the exact same as buy two for $36 if they're at the exact same price point. But you'd be so surprised. You should split test two different landing pages that say buy two versus BOGO to see which one converts better, because you really don't know. You just want to avoid the mistake that every dropshipper does of only prioritizing buying one, and they always will do $34.99. Okay, it's 30% off. The comparative price will be $49.99, or the comparative price will do $70. That's not how you want to do things. You want to incentivize people to buy more and really feel like this is the deal of a lifetime. So that offer might be buy one, get two free. And if that case, let's say it costs you $20 to give three away, you might want to start that offer at $39.99 or $44.99, because you still make $25 profit and people get three of these shower heads. So buy one, get two free, that is super duper enticing for a lot of people. At least a hell of a lot more than the typical 40% off, and that's it. Now, when you're doing a BOGO offer or buy one, get two free deal on your website, this is how to do it inside of Shopify. So you go into the discount section, create discount, and then you would do buy X, get Y. Now, I like to make this an automatic discount where if someone adds two to their cart and it's a BOGO deal, then it automatically will cancel it out and say that the second one is free. So how you would do that is you just say, hey, if you have one of these in your cart, let's say it's an audio blade, it's just a headphone, then the customer will get for free another one of these just by clicking on free one quantity, and then we click on save. And as we can see, we're on the checkout, and our first one was $60 and the next one was free. And it's the same thing if you're doing a buy one, get 30% off. So you just say one in the cart, and instead of free, you would do a percentage off of 30%. And that can automatically be done once they add it to cart. Now, while this video is mainly on offers, there are so many other things you can split test on your product pages to optimize your conversion rate. Now, the first thing could be as innocuous as changing your font. Maybe you have the wrong font style for your website. So as we can see right here, I got this more bubbly type of font. It's nice and relaxing. It's not too serious. And then over here, this is more stylish. This is more elegant. And again, stuff like this does make a difference. And when you are choosing fonts, I would recommend stick with the same font throughout your product page. You don't want to have 3 or 4 fonts, which a lot of beginners do. And personally, I would just recommend taking a screenshot of all these different things that you can do, because there's so many split tests that I honestly, this video would be so long if we covered all of them. So if you are an e-commerce brand and you're making any split test to your website, I would highly recommend Google Optimize this native tool, because as you can see right here on my product page, I can remove my logo if I'm testing a different logo to see how the conversion rate is. I can split test different product titles. You can split test prices, but it wouldn't be through an A/B test. It would be through a redirect test where you have 2 landing pages. One has one price, the other page has another price. So you could do that. But again, you can get rid of certain sections. So if you're like, I'm not sure if this section would work really well, guess what? You can just remove it by right clicking and then remove. So if you have some sections that you're split testing, like having a testimonial section, maybe you want to have 50% of traffic go to a landing page with that section, and then have 50% where you don't have that because maybe it's too long. And again, you can customize all the text text that has HTML. So instead of get yours, we might want to do something like sale ending soon. It could be as simple as that. So if you are split testing different headlines, images, sections, you have to be using Google Optimize. And it could be as simple as doing an add to cart button split test with the color. So maybe this blue wouldn't be the best one at converting well. So what we can do is scroll down on the right side, go to the background color, as we can see right here, and maybe we want to change it to an all black look. Maybe that converts better. Maybe we want to do a green look. We don't really know what's going to convert the best until we split test. And once you do set up this split test where 50% of your traffic goes to your original page versus 50% to the one with the green add to cart button, what I would recommend doing is letting at least a couple thousand people see both landing pages over the course of a week to 2 weeks. And then you would note down which split test performs the best. So if you are doing any split test at all on your e-commerce website, you have to be doing it at least for a couple weeks and then put it through a statistical significant calculator to see if that change actually made a difference. So let's say I changed the color of my add to cart button and I did that for 14 days and 10,000 people saw a green add to cart button and that converted at 1%. And let's say 10,000 people saw a red add to cart button and that got me 140 conversions at 1.4%. Now, when we plug it in, we can see that it's almost at 100% probability that that change in the add to cart button actually was the reason why we got a better conversion rate. Now, there's still a little bit of chance that the change could be just based on random luck. So that's where you would want to do the split test for a little bit longer, collect a little bit more data. But if it was really significant, let's say it boosted my conversion rate by 60%, then as you can see right here, it was the 100% chance that that split test was the reason why our conversion rate went up or down in some instances. And when you have a brand or winning product, it is your job to every single week have a split test going on so you can optimize your conversion rate. And it might be your offer, it could be the landing page structure, it could be trying to add a new section, it could be doing new headlines, new images, it could be a variety of different things, but you have to be split testing different product pages all of the time so you can make the most money. And I would say Google Optimize is the best way to do it. So if you're interested in learning more, the video is up here, baby girl. And my final tad piece of advice is if you are already optimizing your offer and you're wondering what is the next best split test to do, I would say it's typically going to be the whole entire structure of your landing page. So you might want to try different sections in different places, having testimonials up here. And maybe you want to try, instead of having a testimonial, you have urgency in this little banner message. You can try so many different things, but the higher up the split test on the landing page, then the more likely it is to make a difference, because 100% of your traffic will see the top of your landing page. But when you scroll on down to even halfway on a landing page, typically only 40 to 30% of your traffic is actually going to see that far down, which is why a great split test could be the first image that people see. So you might want to do a professional image versus a UGC image. You might want to split test again, different prices, different product titles, having urgency versus social proof, having bullet point benefits here compared to just not having that. Or you might want to have a subtitle, which is 1 to 2 benefits written out right here. And then you get into the variants. There could be so many different things. Having your add to cart appear right under the price and then having all these things under it. You really don't know what's going to work until you test.